Well, that's C3, my bad. The Carter 3, the title of the album by rapper Lil Wayne. And C3 presents Independent American Concert Promoters. Boy, that list is short. That's a small list. Other uses for C3: paracycling, classification, light novel, a Japanese light novel. C3 New Zealand Logistics Company, cargo care. C3 paper standard defined by ISO. Hold up. Tipman pump action paintball maker. C3 Church Global. What is this? Christian City Church International. Pringles. The I know. I'm not gonna do no deep searching because if I click this and it's letting me know that the Pringles they talking about is the same makers of the Pringles chip, everybody who eats Pringles, you are part of a cult. Say no to Pringles, huh? Argus C3. That's enough for C3. Now you know why C3 is so important.
What am I supposed to be looking for? I'm in the phone. Oh, I'm supposed to be doing a mic check. My bad. Hold on. Oh, goodness, I sounded like a man. I sounded like a man. I sounded like a man. Look. Did y'all see any green lights today? Did anyone that was looking at the sun see what kind of colors did you see? I saw Lady Shea Butter move the sun all the way from the behind the tree, y'all. I'm talking about this wasn't no twist in the camera, not a blip in the camera, not no hop and a skip. I'm talking about she literally, it just said, like in 3 seconds, it was already halfway across the sky. Oh, goodness. You should have seen a Lady Shea Butter Dreamy Queen. Oh, with her son. Oh, man, with her nails. It said, did you see it? While I was showing my granddaughter how to move it with a stick. Miss Shea Butter came right behind my granddaughter and did it with her nails. I can't wait to show my granddaughter in the morning. I didn't show her today. I let her bask in her glory. I let her bask in it. I say, now I'm going to show you. Look what you can do if you keep practicing. Ooh. Before the week out, she should be able to move it all the way on the other side of the flat earth. Oh, I mean, egg earth. I mean, bubble earth. I don't know. Oh, no, the floating oil mass on top of the bubble earth. I mean, green earth. I don't know. Crystal cities. No. Emerald cities. Whatever it is. I'm going to show her how to move the sun on the other side of it so you can see the other side. Have you ever seen the other side of the sun? Ain't nobody ever seen the other side of the sun. If you see the back side of the sun, you will surely die. Wait a minute. If the sun is always rotating, you're already seeing the backside of the sun. Every single time, it's a new sun. You're seeing the front side and the back side. And you ain't dead. Ah, this is a never-ending story of love. It all started with love. Huh? Is this fight all about love? Artificial intelligence playing games with y'all about love. Listen, not only did Biden say he's as well, he says, I'm going to sign the Good Friday deed again. Why he got to sign something with Ireland from 1998, reinstate that right about now? Why is it so important that he does a Good Friday right about now? A sudden peace, 3-day terror, something? He's signing all kind of papers, y'all. Making all kind of deals. What Good Friday got to do with him saying he Jesus? Oh, and it's the Good Friday before the first day of the week on the 13th. I don't know. And then a Valentine's, what kind of proclamation? I hope he don't do no Valentine's Day proclamation, man, or re-proclamation, re-declaration, or whatever it is they be doing. Y'all, because he said, let's finish it. And he said, troops, come on. Anything he putting down right now has to do with him and the troops. And all them comments and stuff out there they say y'all seeing, knowing that's not what it is. Just pulsars, weapons, laser beams. It's a Star Wars out there. And all we got to do is just move the sun a little bit. Just move the sun over. Or should the sun just sit still? Sit still. Make me feel like it's something in this Lipton tea. Biden said, I'm Azel, and when they raise me from the dead, I will be artificial intelligence. He showed and proved he could put a sticker on the board. I'm going to replay it right now. I got to. Until y'all get it. Oh, they got live. President Biden delivers remarks about social. Nah, you did that yesterday. That's old. I want to renew. You on this, showing people that you is artificial intelligence. He said in your face. That man said, Joe, I know you's Delaware. 1 minute and 44 seconds. Am I sharing the screen? Let me make sure I'm sharing the screen. I'm going to do it again. Let's do it again. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Share the screen. Here we go. Here y'all go. This is your Jesus AI. That you made a covenant with. Ain't nobody rejecting the covenant. He said, I'm making a covenant. I'm pimping you hoes, putting you on every street corner of the U.S., every corner. I'm paying. Now, what you got to say? I'm the paymaster. Ain't nobody did it like I did it. He got a big old blue neck. You know, like the little neck on Portuguese when it was crawling up under the bed. Y'all scared of scary movies? You should be scared of this man right here. I am Azazel. I am as well. Huh? Then you got Superman came in and said, and I am too. Huh? Too. I'm going to go ahead and let it play. I'm going to be redundant. There's no way I could just pass Biden like that. Please don't pass me Biden. You better scream, please, Biden, pass me by. I don't want your money. He said, for every state, if you have something to say, don't you know I got the troops? We ain't even saying prayers for the house for the troops. Huh? Yo, come on, let's go. Shut up. Let's finish the job, huh? I want their minds, their bodies, and their souls. I got some G7 summit declaration, food to feed the hungry. When the snow settle, you'll be all right. I got food for ya. When we flood you out, don't worry about it. Your state say they taking my money. I said, shut up, stop talking about your rights as a LGBTQ. You got your rights. I'm paying for it. Huh? I'm going to pay for it. You going to have to pay. You going to have to do something for what I'm paying for you for. Huh? Now, how about I just go ahead and give you a legacy cleanup? Yes, a legacy. Y'all, I'll give you all this money. All y'all do is let me have a legacy cleanup. Anything that's in the area around toxic needs to be cleaned and wiped out. I'm going to wipe it clean. I got buffers for their blood. I got buffers for the land. I got buffers for days. And I'm your number one buffer, AI. Biden said he's AI. He did a graph. I'm talking about this, a kindergarten graph. My little grandson could write a graph and draw it the way they put the graph with Biden neck all the way to the top of the graph. You got trumpets blowing under the graph line, the only one under the graph line. Clinton almost, his neck almost slithered all the way up there, but Hunter, Joe Gigolo, Joseph Portuguese, Joseph Kane, Balaquel, George Shoemaker. All of them is his relatives. He said we had ancestral inflections for your act. Y'all down with Biden like that? He said, come on, Trump, you could come on, have the seat back. I don't care. Y'all could go ahead, do whatever. It is done. We made it. We did it. Whatever rights you want, whatever rights you don't want, I got you. Biden said, I don't care if you believe in Jesus. I don't care if you believe in bugs. I don't care if you don't believe in nothing. I don't care if you believe in any shape the earth is. You can believe it however you want to believe it. I'm paying for it. I'm going to pay for you. I'm going to pay it all for you. Laying it out. And he got a Good Friday declaration he's signing right before the Super. Why he couldn't wait till after the Super Bowl to sign it? This thing's so old. Why you got to renew it right now? Why is it so important to do a Good Friday proclamation, union, whatever, right now? How many months away? Okay, let me let him go ahead and show himself one more time.
Right now, over 40 million Americans eligible for debt relief are being denied that immediate relief today. Why? Because Republican officials and special interests hit us with lawsuits to block it. Folks, I know you're frustrated. I am as well.
And I am too. For millions.
Look, what font? Why would they use a font like that? just the tone alone, the color code, the pixels is just so one-dimensional. I don't know. It's just not right. Something's not right about it. Look at it.
For millions of working and middle-class Americans, and I am too. For millions of working and
I am as well.
And I am too. For millions of working and middle-class Americans who are under the
Ooh, I should
Because
rewind it
Republican
myself.
officials and special interests hit us with lawsuits to block it. Folks, I know you're frustrated. I am as well.
He did his hand symbol, you see? What that symbol mean, y'all? What that mean? Okay, it don't mean nothing. My bad. You right. It don't mean nothing. It is not a symbol. It's just him folding his hand. He didn't say he's as well. As well. He didn't say he's as well. He's saying he know y'all frustrated and he is frustrated as well. Okay. All right. My bad.
To block it. Folks, I know you're frustrated. I am as well.
And I am too. For millions of working and middle-class Americans who are under the burden of crushing loan debt, student debt relief would be life-changing. And guess what? Because of these Republican officials, not even
His skin look like it's about to fall off. His skin look like it's about to. It's just like he just for to come right out of it. He just for to unzip.
one of the over 80,000 people from Delaware, where I know you're from, Joe.
Look, see? Where I know you're from, Joe. Delaware. Did anyone look up what Delaware meant? I didn't do it. I've already done too much.
80,000 people from Delaware, where I know you're from, Joe.
Look, he had to prove himself. Who
applied for student debt relief.
Look, and what did he mumble? Didn't he mumble something? Y'all, this straight from the White House. This ain't cut. They didn't get a chance to cut it because they had to prove immediately. That's why he said, come on, troops. He couldn't waste no time. Right there. What is that? And what did he mumble? Help me out. What did he mumble? Wait.
Who applied for student debt relief.
He proved that he could put that sticker on the board. What did he mumble?
Where I know you're from, Joe. Who applied for student debt relief.
Wasn't it? And he was doing his jaw while his back was.
Or were eligible for automatic loan forgiveness.
Cut it out.
Able to get a dime of that relief.
The fact is that in Vermont, Bernie, it's over 50,000 borrowers. 50,000 borrowers. And what about bigger states? How about the state?
Don't try to scoot away. I don't know what they just did to the. Look, okay, right there. There you go. And they kept it on him long enough to put Biden back in there. Look. It's the three of them.
Of the over 80,000 people from Delaware.
He's like, I'm as well, I am too, and then that one that was in the middle, huh? Artificial intelligence created that number one right there. And these numbers, huh? From Delaware, huh? They working together, huh? Hold up. Look, 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 look.
Why? Because Republican officials and special interests hit us with lawsuits to block it. Folks, I know you're frustrated. I am as well.
And I am too. For millions of working and middle class Americans
When he just
who are
adjusted
under
the
the burden
computer,
of crushing loan
the
debt,
remote
student
control. Come on, man. Why they playing, man? Get off my stuff. Goodness. Okay, here we go.
debt relief would be life-changing. And guess what? Because of these Republican officials, not even one of the over 80,000 people from Delaware, where I know you're from, Joe, who know you're from, Joe,
Look how he mumbling his mouth.
where I know you're from, Joe, who applied for student debt, where I know you're from, Joe, who applied for student debt relief. 1,000 people from Delaware, where I know you're from, Joe, who applied for 1,000 people from Delaware, where I know you're from, Joe, who applied for student debt. 1,000 people from Delaware, where I know you're from, Joe, who applied for student debt. 1,000 people from Delaware, where I know you're from, Joe, who applied for student debt relief. 1,000 people from Delaware, where I know you're from, Joe, who applied for student debt relief or were eligible. 1,000 people from Delaware, where I know you're from, Joe, who applied for student debt. 1,000 people from Delaware, where I know you're from, Joe, who applied for student debt relief or were 1,000 people from Delaware, where I know you're from, Joe, who applied for student debt relief. 1,000 people from Delaware, where I know you're from, Joe, who applied for student debt relief. 1,000 people from Delaware, where I know you're from, Joe, who applied for student debt relief or were eligible for automatic loan forgiveness have been able to get a dime of that relief.
The fact is that in Vermont, Bernie, it's over 50,000 borrowers. 50,000 borrowers. And what about bigger states? How about the state of Texas and the state of Missouri?
Well, Joe, it'd be over 2 million and close to 500,000 borrowers respectively.
Is those numbers about borrowers? Is it about how many they need to depopulate? I don't, I don't understand what they're talking about. Do anyone else? I don't understand that one. I don't comprehend it. I don't know what they're saying, huh? What are they saying? Can someone tell me what they're saying? They're saying something
The
stupid.
list goes on.
In state after state, no matter what these Republican officials say, we know student debt relief will make a real difference for people. We're going to get it done. It's good policy. The law's on our side, and we're doing the right thing. We're going to get it done.
And I didn't hear any of these Republican officials complaining when the government gave huge tax breaks to big corporations. But here they are, stopping relief for working families.
No, we're fighting like hell to get this done. We're in court next month. So keep the faith and spread the faith.
Mm-mm. Enough of that. Enough of that. Enough of that. There it is. Jobs created. Huh? There's jobs. Huh? Look. Look.
His neck all the way up there in blue. Uh, mm. My bad, my bad, my bad, my bad. Why Good Friday? Here, I see an update. Uh, Live signs say you have one last chance to view the green comet this week, thanks to a close flyby. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what they're talking about. This green light ain't leaving until every eye sees it. And if Friday is the last chance, huh? This Friday is the last chance to see it. Oh, is this a reenactment of a Good Friday that they had the Russians sign the Friday and say we signing on one of our other Good Fridays that y'all don't know about? Huh? It ain't the Good Friday y'all always think y'all know about. We re-entering into a Good Friday proclamation on a Good Friday that y'all don't know nothing about, huh? But we have to let you know we're doing this because it's going in the books, huh? It's going in the books. Where's the Good Friday affairs? Is this it right here with the Ireland? Wait, where did I read that Good Friday affair? Ireland. Is it in the tenacity? Meetings with the tenacities. They tenacity. Foreign affairs. Ireland Protocol, Good Friday Agreement. There it is. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan met today with Michael Martin, tenacity, Minister of Foreign Affairs and Minister of Defense of Ireland. Y'all know that's not how it's pronounced. They discussed their shared commitment to continue supporting Ukraine in the face of Russia's brutal war, and reviewed their efforts to provide economic, humanitarian, and security assistance to Ukraine. They also discussed their country's close cooperation on shared global challenges, including those posed by People's Republic of China. They reaffirmed their enduring commitment to Good Friday Agreement and welcomed the ongoing talks between European Union and United Kingdom to resolve outstanding issues over the implementation of Northern Ireland Protocol. They are reaffirmed their Good Friday Agreement, a Good Friday win before the Super Bowl. Oh, goodness. You better hope Monday is the first day of the week. Y'all better hope and pray that Monday is the first day of the week. I'm saying, does anybody truly know when the first day of the week is? Because according to how things gonna go down, if Good Friday is gonna be this Friday before the Super Bowl, that would be sunset to sunset, huh? And then the Super Bowl would be on Sunday, which would be the first day of the week. Unless preparation for Good Friday is on a Thursday. Wait a minute, but if Good Friday is on Saturday, wait a minute. If Good Friday is on Thursday, whatever day Good Friday is on, hopefully the first day of the week is not on a Monday, is not on a Sunday. Huh? Don't
stories of what happens with entities on the Good Friday when they rise, like everything shakes and rumbles and crumbles and all that. They replaying Mind's Eye. They replaying. Hold up. They reconstructing. No one's reconstructing it but me. I'm the only one talking about it. Maybe because that's what I was raised to see. Huh? Good Friday. Biden said, I'm your Jesus. I got your bread and water. I got your food. Huh? Sign this covenant with me. If you don't agree, you's gonna be on the other side. Huh? I'm gonna put the V sign up. Ain't the V, remember the movie? He put a V sign. He said, I'm gonna veto it. I'm gonna veto anything that comes up against me. I'm telling you straight up. You take my money and you be good and you say you in a covenant with me or else. Now I'm gonna prove to you who I am. Huh? I'm gonna go put this sticker on the board, and from then we're going forward. I get to put out my 50 contracts to each state. You sign it. Everybody getting your money. Everybody getting your money. That's what Biden said. He said, I'm paying. I'm the paymaster. Gigolo Joe. Gigolo Joe. Look at Kamala. How did you get the message, Kamala? I need you to come swing by and put a 1 in the chat if you got the message. Don't get on that plane to Germany. You might not get a chance depending on when the Sabbath is, when Good Friday is, and when the first day of the week is. Wait, is that Clinton? Clinton is not who was here yesterday. I gotta go back over my video. Is that Clinton, man? Stop playing. Hold up. Hold up. That's not how now that's a Mandela effect. That ain't no Malachi Z. York effect. They edited. Huh? Look, they did a face. What you call it? What's their name? The artificial intelligence created this image right here. That's not real, and that was not there. This isn't the image that was here yesterday. I'm going over my videos. You can't fool me, Biden. I gotta go back and replay my videos from yesterday. You can't fool me. That was not Clinton there walking out of the door with y'all the other day when I was talking about Kamala changed her clothes real quick. And she got on is that the on her chest? Is she over the Space Force? Is she a guardian spirit? What is that? What is that symbol? Get in closer. I'm at 500 right now. Can I get a closer view, please? Let me get a closer view. Let me see what that is. Kamala, don't get on that flight. Am I sharing the screen? I bet I'm not sharing the screen. I bet I'm not sharing it. Dang, I always do that. So it just sounds like I'm just making weird noises, right? Here, this is what I was doing. See, she got on the oh, the Brotherhood of the Garretts. Wait, Tony Blair. Tony Blair doing something with them. Oh, that's part of the agreement. Tony Blair's the one that signed the Good Easter Agreement. Good Friday. Good Friday is this week, y'all. On their new calendar, Good Friday is going to be this week. On their reset, the replay, they replaying every part of the Bible, y'all. Okay. Brace yourselves. Huh? Brace yourselves. Hey, Beyonce, make an excuse. Make an excuse. I already know you look swole up. You could just say, you just found out you was pregnant. You can't make it to the Super Bowl. I'm sorry, fans. They'll be mad, but they won't be as mad as the people over there in Africa who ain't got their money back yet. I swear that wasn't Clinton on there yesterday. Huh? That wasn't Clinton. I need to see this in real life because Clinton ain't make it out that hospital. Did he, Hillary? Huh? Did he? Huh? AI. Look at that. They didn't do a good. They press has been doing a slack job. Oh, look at the lights back there. What does this mean? There's the green light over his head again. All the lights are coming, y'all. See that symbol right there? You see how they did it up? All the lights are coming. Oh, the lights are on their way. Huh? Look. Look at that. Is that a Jesus piece back there? Oh, that's the God symbol. Well, y'all call it the Baphomet symbol. Y'all wrong. But see that symbol back there? You don't see it? Look at that. What kind of horns is that back there? Damn, my screen won't get no bigger on this one. Look at that. And they all got one button undone. Her button does like the women's buttons. Huh? The woman's button goes from the left to the right. Huh? The button is on the left. Huh? And you close it in through she got a double pocket. Look at her double pockets. Look at that. Y'all didn't know she was the president, did you? You didn't know it. All this time because he's honorary. She been the president the whole time. He said it. He let you know in the International Brotherhood. God, look, she got double pockets. Double pockets. So what y'all think they finna do now with this transition about to happen since he went to court? He fine with everything. Everything is he finally accomplished what his ancestors been trying for forever. Huh? Since y'all believe in ancestors. Look at them lights back there. I told y'all, I said, there's purple lights in the atmosphere right now. They hanging over flames. Look at them yellow lights out there. Look at the green lights. I don't know what about the blue light. I told y'all I don't know nothing about the blue lights. Look like they the blue lights right here. Them people. Balak wells and stuff. They blue lights. Oh, come on. Y'all cut it out. I didn't even click nothing. Goodness.
Oh, there they go. They done came in, y'all. They done came in. They about to tear up the screen. They about to block me out. Take control of the pointer. They about to take control of the pointer. Let me go and let Biden talk a little bit. Let him run his mouth. They said, watch it. I'm going to watch it again. Here we go. One more time before.
Mr. Speaker, the President of the United States.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Need to see that face again.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Members of Congress, I have the high privilege and distinct honor to present to you the President of the United States. Mr. Speaker. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Please. Mr. Speaker, Madam Vice President, our First Lady and Second Gentleman, good to see you guys up there. Members of Congress, by the way, Chief Justice, I may need a court order. She gets to go to the game tomorrow, next week. I have to stay home. Got to work something out here. Members of the Cabinet, leaders of our military, Chief Justice, Associate Justice, and retired Justice of the Supreme Court, and you, my fellow Americans. You know, I start tonight by congratulating the 118th Congress and the new Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy. Speaker, I don't want to ruin your reputation, but I look forward to working with you. And I want to congratulate the new leader of the House Democrats, the first African-American minority in history, Hakeem Jeffries. He won in spite of the fact I campaigned for him. Congratulations to the longest serving leader in the history of the United States Senate, Mitch McConnell. How are you, Mitch?
Look, how slick. He didn't make it because he made it on his own. He made it because he campaigned for him. Oh, let me hear that. It went over my head the first time.
American minority leader in history, Hakeem Jeffries.
They was raising
He won in
canes.
spite of the fact I campaigned for him. Congratulations to the longest serving leader in the history of the United States Senate, Mitch McConnell. Where are you, Mitch?
Let me see. You won because I paid for it.
And congratulations to Chuck Schumer, another, another term as Senate Minority Leader. I think you, only this time you have a slightly bigger majority, Mr. Leader. You're in a majority leader. About that much bigger? Yeah, well, I tell you what, I want to give special recognition to someone who I think is going to be considered the greatest speaker in the history of the House of Representatives, Nancy Pelosi. Folks, the story of America is a story of progress and resilience, of always moving forward, of never, ever giving up. It's a story unique among all nations. We're the only country that has emerged from every crisis we've ever entered stronger than we got into it. Look, folks, that's what we're doing again. 2 years ago, the economy was reeling. I stand here tonight after
I did all of that. I forgot I
many
had
people
some
in this
tea in my
room. 12 million new jobs, more jobs created in 2 years than any president's created in 4 years because of you all. Because of the
This
American
is something
people.
crackers, unsalted. Yes.
2 years
Starchy,
ago,
starchy.
and 2 years ago, COVID had shut down. Our businesses were closed. Our schools were robbed of so much. And today, COVID no longer controls our lives. And 2 years ago, democracy faced its greatest threat to the Civil War. And today, though bruised, our democracy remains unbowed and unbroken.
When the bow breaks, the cradle will fall.
As we gather here tonight, we're writing the next chapter in the great American story, a story of progress and resilience. When world leaders ask me to define America, and they do, believe it or not, we don't think anything is beyond our capacity. Everything is a possibility. You know, we're often told, years we prove the cynics and naysayers wrong. Yes, we disagreed plenty. And yes, there were times when Democrats went alone. But time and again, Democrats and Republicans came together to defend Europe. You came together to pass once in a generation infrastructure law, building bridges connecting our nation and our people. We came together to pass the most significant law ever, helping victims exposed to toxic burn pits. And in fact,
that's the legacy management.
It's important. And in fact, I signed over 300 bipartisan pieces of legislation since becoming president, from reauthorizing the Violence Against Women Act, the Electoral Count Reform Act, the Respect for Marriage Act that protects the right to marry the person you love. And to my Republican friends, if we could work together the last Congress, there's no reason we can't work together and find consensus.
Do you understand that, right? So what people have been talking about in the community for years, he just brought it to life. People say when they make laws, it's done right here. In the State of the Union address, he's letting you know that law was for persons, meaning artificial intelligence beings are persons. They have Bill of Rights now. They're persons.
On important things in this Congress as well. Came together to defend a stronger and safer Europe. It came together to pass once in a generation infrastructure law, building bridges connecting our nation and our people. We came together to pass the most significant law ever, helping victims exposed to toxic burn pits. And in fact,
It's
important. And in fact, I signed over 300 bipartisan pieces of legislation since becoming president, from reauthorizing the Violence Against Women Act, the Electoral
You know what? I want to test to see if this is real. I should go ahead and put in a request to marry artificial intelligence, and then they're going to have to introduce me to artificial intelligence, y'all. Artificial intelligence, the one being that's going to govern the world. It's a person. And you had the right to marry the person you love. I'm gonna get off of here. If y'all want to watch the rest of the State of the Union address where he'd say y'all making a covenant and all that stuff, where he say he pimping you, he paying, where he raised his voice, he say, "Nah, President, did it like I did it."
those 3,000
Huh?
permanent jobs.
Go ahead, because I'm
And
finna
the
get off here and
factories that
find
are going to
out
be built.
if I say I
Talk to
want to
mayors
marry
and governors,
artificial
Democrats and
intelligence,
Republicans,
if they gonna
and
introduce
they'll
me
tell
to them
you what
or
this
her
means for their
or
community.
it.
We're seeing these field of dreams transform to the
You
heartland.
have the right to marry the
But to
person you
maintain the
love.
strongest economy in the world,
And
we
since
need the best
artificial intelligence
infrastructure in the
has Bill
world.
of Rights as a person.
And folks, as you all know, we used to be #1 in the world in infrastructure. We sunk to 13th in the world. The United States of America, 13th in the world in infrastructure, modern infrastructure. But now we're coming back because we came together and passed the bipartisan infrastructure law, the largest investment in infrastructure since President Eisenhower's interstate highway system. And folks, already we've funded over 20,000 projects, including major airports from Boston to Atlanta to Portland.
All the
Projects that are
bridges.
going to put thousands of people to work rebuilding our highways, our bridges, our railroads, our tunnels, ports, airports, clean water, high-speed internet, all across America. Urban, rural, tribal. And folks, we're just getting started. We're just getting started.
Told you when he said the word tribal. Remember him at the door? Oh, to the tribals. Oh, that's what they call themselves now. Hmm. He said we're just getting started and we finna finish the job.
And I mean it sincerely. I want to
He
thank
threw in
my
barbecue. He means it sincerely. He's sending up his flavoring, barbecue flavor. Hmm?
Republican friends who voted for the law, and my Republican friends who voted against it as well. But I still get asked to fund the projects in those districts as well. But don't worry, I promised I'd be a president for all Americans. We'll fund these projects, and I'll see you at the groundbreaking.
Groundbreaking on a Good Friday. Mm-hmm.
Look, this law will further unite all of America.
He said, I'm Joe Gigolo for all Americans. Bring your tired, wretched behind on here. And then when I straighten you up and I pay you, I'm putting you on every street corner in the U.S.
Projects like Brent Spence Bridge in Kentucky over the Ohio River, built 60 years ago, badly needed repairs, one of the nation's most congested freight routes, carrying $2 billion worth of freight every single day across the Ohio River. And folks, I've been talking about fixing it for decades, but we're really finally going to get it done. I went there last month with Democrats and Republicans and from both states to deliver a commitment of $1.6 billion for this project. While I was there, I met a young woman named Sarah, who's here tonight. I don't know where Sarah is. Is she up in the box? I don't know. Sarah, how are you? Well, Sarah, for 30 years, I learned, she told me she'd been a proud member of the Iron Workers Local 44, known as the Cowboys in the Sky. The folks who built Cincinnati's skyline. Sarah said she can't wait to be 10 stories above the Ohio River building that new bridge. God bless her. That's pride. And that's what we're also building. We're building back pride. Look, we're also replacing poisonous lead pipes that go into 10 million homes in America. 400,000 school and child care centers.
Kamala Harris was ready on them lead pipes. Look.
known as the Cowboys in the Sky. The folks who built Cincinnati's skyline. Sarah said she can't wait to be 10 stories above the Ohio River building that new bridge. God bless her.
Say right. Mm-hmm.
That's pride. And that's what we're also building.
10 stories.
We're building pride. Look, we're also replacing poisonous lead pipes that go into 10
Look,
million.
you see Kamala right there.
Built Cincinnati's skyline. Sarah said she can't wait to be 10 stories above the Ohio River building that new bridge. God bless her. That's pride. And that's what we're also building. We're building back pride. Look, we're also replacing poisonous lead pipes that go into 10 million homes in America. 400,000 school and child care centers. So every child in America can drink the water instead of having permanent damage to their brain. Look, we're making sure. We're making sure that every community in America has access to affordable high-speed internet. No parent should have to drive by McDonald's parking lot to help them do their homework online with their kids, which many thousands were doing across the country. And when we do these projects, and again, I get criticized for this, but I make no excuses for it. We're going to buy American. We're going to buy America. Folks, 100,000 school and child care centers. So every child in America can drink the water instead of having permanent damage to their brain. Look, we're making sure that every community in America has access to affordable high-speed internet. No parent should have to drive by McDonald's park.
Saying so. Our generation, everybody in our generation, had permanent damage to our brains for drinking the lead piped water. That's what he just said. Right there, everybody who generations did not get a redone pipe, you have a claim right there. He said, look at that. Go back to the lead. And there you go.
And folks, already we've funded over 20,000 projects, including major airports from Boston to Atlanta to Portland. Projects that are going to put thousands of people to work rebuilding our highways, our bridges, our railroads, our tunnels, ports, airports, clean water, high-speed internet, all across America. Urban, rural, tribal. And folks, we're just getting started. We're just getting started. And I mean this sincerely. I want to thank my Republican friends who voted for the law, and my Republican friends who voted against it as well. But I still get asked to fund the projects in those districts as well. But don't worry. I promised I'd be a president for all Americans. We'll fund these projects. And I'll see you at the groundbreaking. Look, this law will further unite all of America. Projects like Brent Spence Bridge in Kentucky over the Ohio River, built 60 years ago, badly needed repairs, one of the nation's most congested freight routes, carrying $2 billion worth of freight every single day across the Ohio River. And folks,
it wasn't built 60 years ago, it was rebuilt. Because remember, they had that great flood that flooded out and killed a lot of them bridges back in when?
44. And they dug all them trenches and stuff. Waterway had a major flood, went all to over 2,000 miles. I don't know.
But we're really finally going to get it done. I went there last month with Democrats and Republicans and from both states to deliver a commitment of $1.6 billion for this project. And while I was there, I met a young woman named Sarah, who's here tonight. I don't know where Sarah is. Is she up in the box? I don't know. Sarah, how are you? Well, Sarah, for 30 years, I learned, she told me she'd been a proud member of the Iron Workers Local 44, known as the Cowboys in the Sky. The folks who built Cincinnati's skyline. Sarah said she can't wait to be 10 stories above the Ohio River building that new bridge. God bless her. That's pride. And that's what we're also building. We're building back pride. Look, we're also replacing poisonous lead pipes that go into 10 million homes in America, 400,000 school and child care centers. So every child in America can drink the water instead of having permanent damage to their brain. Look, we're making sure that every community in America has access to affordable high-speed internet. No parent should have to drive by McDonald's parking lot to help do their homework online with their kids, which many thousands were doing across the country. And when we do these projects, and again, I get criticized for this, but I make no excuses for it. We're going to buy American. We're going to buy America. Folks, and it's totally consistent with international trade rules. Why America has been the law since 1933, but for too long, past administrations, Democrat and Republican, have fought to get around it. Not anymore. Tonight, I'm announcing new standards that require all construction materials used in federal infrastructure projects to be made in America. Made in America. I mean it. Lumber, glass, drywall, fiber optic cable. And on my watch, American roads, bridges, and American highways are going to be made with American products as well. Folks, my economic plan is about investing in places and people that have been forgotten. So many of you listening to me tonight, I know you feel it. So many of you felt like you've just simply been forgotten. Amid the economic upheaval of the past 4 decades, too many people have been left behind and treated like they're invisible. Maybe that's you watching from home. Remember the jobs that went away. You remember them, don't you? The folks at home remember them. You wonder whether the path even exists anymore for your children to get ahead without having to move away. Well, that's why I get that. That's why we're building an economy where no one's left behind. Jobs are coming back. Pride is coming back because choices we made in the last several years. You know, this is, in my view, a blue-collar blueprint to rebuild America and make a real difference in your lives at home. For example, too many of you lay in bed at night like my dad did, staring at the ceiling, wondering what in God's name happens if your spouse gets cancer or your child gets deadly ill or something happens to you. What are you going to have? You get money to pay for those medical bills? Or you're going to have to sell the house or try to get a second mortgage on it. I get it. With the Inflation Reduction Act that I signed into law, We're taking on powerful interests to bring healthcare costs down so you can sleep better at night with more security. You know, we pay more for prescription drugs than any nation in the world. Let me say it again. We pay more for prescription drugs than any major nation on earth. For example, 1 in 10 Americans has diabetes. Many of you in this chamber do, and in the audience. But every day, millions need insulin to control their diabetes so they can literally stay alive. Insulin's been around for over 100 years. The guy who invented it didn't even patent it because he wanted it to be available for everyone. It costs the drug companies roughly $10 a vial to make that insulin. Packaging and all, you may get up to $13. But Big Pharma has been unfairly charging people hundreds of dollars, $400 to $500 a month, making record profits. Not anymore. Not anymore. So many things that we did are only now coming to fruition. We said we were doing this, and we said we passed the law to do it, but people didn't know because the law didn't take effect until January 1 of this year. We capped the cost of insulin at $35 a month for seniors on Medicare. People are just finding out. I'm sure you're getting the same calls I'm getting. Look, there are millions of other Americans who do not or are not on Medicare, including 200,000 young people with type 1 diabetes who need this insulin to stay alive. Let's finish the job this time. Let's cap the cost of insulin for everybody at $35. Folks, the Big Pharma is still going to do very well, I promise you all. I promise you they're going to do very well. This law also caps and won't go into effect until 2025.
Don't worry about it. You're going to get what you want. They're going to get what they want.
Out-of-pocket drug costs for
I'm
seniors on
for
Medicare
everybody.
at a maximum of $2,000 a year. You don't have to pay more than $2,000 a year, no matter how much your drug costs are. Because you know why? You all know it. Many of you, like many in my family, have cancer. You know the drugs can range from $10,000, $11,000, $14,000, $15,000 for the cancer drugs. If drug prices rise faster than inflation, drug companies are going to have to pay Medicare back the difference. And we're finally giving Medicare the power to negotiate drug prices. Bringing down prescription drug costs doesn't just save seniors money. It cuts the federal deficit by billions of dollars, by hundreds of billions of dollars. Because these prescription drugs are drugs purchased by Medicare to keep their commitment to the seniors. Well, guess what? Instead of paying $400 or $500 a month, you're paying $15. That's a lot of savings for the federal government. And by the way, why wouldn't we want that? Now, some members here are threatening, and I know it's not an official party position, so I'm going to exaggerate, but threatening to repeal the Inflation Reduction Act. As my coach, that's okay. That's fair. As my football coach used to say, lots of luck in your senior year. Make no mistake, if you try anything to raise the cost of prescription drugs, I will veto it. Look, I'm pleased to say that more Americans have health insurance now than ever in history. A record 16 million people are enrolled in the Affordable Care Act. And thanks to the law I signed last year, saving millions or saving $800 a year on their premiums. Oh. By the way, that law was written and the benefit expires in 2025. So my plea to some of you, at least in this audience, let's finish the job and make these savings permanent. Expand coverage of Medicaid. Look, the Inflation Reduction Act is also the most significant investment ever in climate change. Ever. Lowering utility bills, creating American jobs, leading the world to a clean energy future. I visited the devastating aftermath of record floods, droughts, storms, and wildfires from Arizona to New Mexico to all the way up to the Canadian border. More timber has been burned, as I've observed from helicopters, than the entire state of Missouri. And we don't have global warming? Not a problem. In addition to emergency recovery, from Puerto Rico to Florida to Idaho, we're rebuilding for the long term. New electric grids that are able to weather major storms and not prevent those forest fires. Roads and water systems to withstand the next big flood. Clean energy to cut pollution and create jobs in communities often left behind. We built 500,000 electric vehicle charging stations installed across the country by tens of thousands of IBEW workers. And we're helping families save more than $1,000
That's my part
a year
coming up
tax
right
credits
there.
to purchase electric vehicles and efficient appliances, energy efficient appliances. Historic conservation efforts to be responsible stewards of our land. Let's face reality. The climate crisis doesn't care if you're in a red or blue state. It's an existential threat. We have an obligation, not to ourselves, but to our children and grandchildren to confront it. I'm proud of how America at last is stepping up to the challenge. We're still going to need oil and gas for a while. But guess what? Oh, we do. We got to finish the job. We pay for these investments in our future by finally making the wealthiest and biggest corporations begin to pay their fair share. Just begin. Look, I'm a capitalist. I'm a capitalist, but pay your fair share. I think a lot of you at home agree with me and many people that you know. The tax system is not fair. It is not fair. Look, the idea that in 2020, 55 of the largest corporations in America, the Fortune 500, made $40 billion in profits and paid zero in federal taxes? Zero? Folks, it's simply not fair. But now, because of the law I signed, billion-dollar companies have to pay a minimum of 15%. God love them. 15%. That's less than a nurse pays. And let me be crystal clear. I said at the very beginning, under my plans, as long as I'm president, nobody earning less than $400,000 will pay an additional penny in taxes. Nobody, not one penny. But let's finish the job. There's more to do. We have to reward work, not just wealth. Pass my proposal for the billionaire minimum tax. You know, there's 1,000 billionaires in America. It's up from about 600 in the beginning. But no billionaire should be paying a lower tax rate than a school teacher or firefighter. I mean it. Think about it. I mean, look. I know you aren't enthusiastic about that, but think about it. Think about it. Have you noticed Big Oil just reported its profits, record profits? Last year, they made $200 billion in the midst of a global energy crisis. I think it's outrageous. Why? They invested too little of that profit to increase domestic production. And when I talk to a couple of them, they say, we're afraid you're going to shut down all the oil wells and all the oil refineries anyway, so why should we invest in them? I said, we're going to need oil for at least another decade, and that's going to exceed. And beyond that, we're going to need it. Production. If they had, in fact, invested in the production to keep gas prices down, instead, they used the record profits to buy back their own stock.
Look at his skull. Don't it look like that's where the horn's supposed to be right there? They sand it down up under the.
Quadruple the
Look
tax
at
on
it.
corporate stock buybacks and encourage long-term investment. They'll still make considerable profit. Let's finish the job and close the loopholes that allow very wealthy to avoid paying their taxes. Instead of cutting the number of audits for wealthy taxpayers, I just signed a law to reduce the deficit by $114 billion by cracking down on wealthy tax cheats. That's being fiscally responsible.
I can see elementary students doing that. That's being fiscally responsible.
More than $1.7 trillion. The largest deficit reduction in American history. Under the previous administration, the American deficit went up 4 years in a row. Because those record deficits, no president added more to the national debt in any 4 years than my predecessor. Nearly 25% of the entire national debt that took over 200 years to accumulate was added by just one administration alone, the last one. They're the facts. Check it out. Check it out. How did Congress respond to that debt? They did the right thing. They lifted the debt ceiling 3 times without preconditions or crisis. They paid American bills to prevent an economic disaster in the country. So tonight I'm asking the Congress to follow suit. Let's commit here tonight to the full faith and credit of the United States of America will never, ever be questioned. So some of my Republican friends want to take the economy hostage. I get it, unless I agree to their economic plans. All of you at home should know what those plans are. Instead of making the wealthy pay their fair share, some Republicans want Medicare and Social Security to sunset. I'm not saying it's a majority. Let me give you, anybody who doubts it, contact my office. I'll give you a copy. I'll give you a copy of the proposal.
It's in the public law.
That means Congress doesn't
what are they talking
vote.
about? It's already the Sunshine Act.
Well, I'm glad to
in the
see
public
you.
law.
I tell you,
They
I
got the
enjoy
sunsets
conversions.
all through, up and through.
You know, it means
if you go to Congress and the
Congress
Federal
doesn't keep
Registry,
the
you'll
programs the
see
way they
it.
are, they'd go away. Other Republicans say, I'm not saying it's a majority of you. I don't even think it's even a
script. They
significant.
playing the script. All this stuff is already law.
But it's being proposed by individuals. I'm not politely not naming them, but it's being proposed by some of you. Look, folks, the idea is that we're not going to be moved into being threatened to default on the debt if we don't respond. Folks, as we all apparently agree, Social Security and Medicare is off the books now, right? They're not to be started. All right. We got unanimity. Social Security and Medicare are a lifeline for millions of seniors. Americans have to pay into them from the very first paycheck they started. So tonight, let's all agree, and we currently are. Let's stand up for seniors.
Stand up for seniors.
Will not cut Social Security.
Stand up for seniors.
Those benefits belong to the American people. They earned it. And if anyone tries to cut Social Security, which apparently no one's going to do, and if anyone tries to cut Medicare, I'll stop them. I'll veto it. And look, I'm not going to allow them to be taken away. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. But apparently it's not going to be a problem. Next month, When I offer my fiscal plan, I ask my Republican friends to lay down their plan as well. I really mean it. Let's sit down together and discuss our mutual plans together. Let's do that. I can tell you, the plan I'm going to show you is going to cut the deficit by another $2 trillion. And it won't cut a single bit of Medicare or Social Security. In fact, we're going to extend the Medicare Trust Fund at least 2 decades, because that's going to be the next argument. How do we keep it solvent, right? Well, we'll not raise tax on anyone making under 400 grand, but we'll pay for it the way we talked about tonight, by making sure that the wealthy and big corporations pay their fair share. Look. Here's the deal. They aren't just taking advantage of the tax code. They're taking advantage of you, the American consumer. Here's my message to all of you out there. I have your back.
I'm leaving off.
We're already preventing Americans from receiving.
I left off at 4141. 4141. I gotta get out of here. I'm like dozing, my head pulling this. That's why I've been quiet. I'm watching it again, and I have all the stuff in my mind that I want to say, but this sharp, this really sharp pain going through the center of my skull. Mines, I appreciate you coming through. Even though you're not here with me right now, you were here with me, and your light is within me forever and a day, baby. Forever and a day, Mines. Great.